Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. So today I'm back reviewing another new to me Colourpop eyeshadow palette, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Colourpop Cabana Club palette. First of all, the packaging looks so cute and summery, and I will show you what the palette looks like as well. The palette itself has got exactly the same pattern on it as the cardboard carton. It's got this embossed writing and it's got the shade names all on the back there. Opening it up, it's got 12 really gorgeous shades. This blue here and this orange are like speaking to me, and no mirror, which is okay because it's got a really gorgeous floral design on the inside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swatch all 12 shades like I normally do in my reviews, and then create an eyeshadow look using some of these beautiful looking shades. Like I said, it's the first time using this palette. It looks so nice and clean and pristine, so I'll be giving you my first impressions and reviews along the way. So I hope that you enjoy. So there are the first 4 shades in this palette. Starting at the top with this gold shimmer is shade High Season. Then there is this kind of, I guess like a camel brown matte shade, which is shade Rattan. Then there is this like a dusky rose pink matte shade, which is shade Bikini. And then this blue, it's like a shimmer, but it almost felt like a bit grainy with the bits of silver glitter in. That is shade Cool Off. Okay, there are the next 4 shades, very bright and summery this time. So starting with this really bright yellow, this is shade Go Bananas. This actually was a little bit chalky in the pan and also as I was swatching it, but it is so pigmented. Underneath that is this pink shimmer, like a kind of like a dusky rose pink like the matte shade, but it has got some little hints of gold and it's actually a really gorgeous shade. That's shade Copa Cutie. Then we've got another gold, but this time it's more of a yellowy gold. That is shade Limelight, and finishing off with the orange, again a little bit grainy with the glitter in it. I think it was just like a buttery orange. It would have been easier to swatch, but yeah, it's a little bit grainy with those glitter flakes in. That shade Bahama Mama. And these are the final 4 shades in the Cabana Club palette. So starting at the top is this like terracotta brown matte shade, which is shade Take It Easy. Then there is this darker brown shade here. I'd say off camera it looks a bit more purpley than it does brown, but I think next to this purple shade it's just looking brown. But anyway, it's a really beautiful shade. It's actually called shade Throw Shade. Then we have got this like fuchsia-y, purpley, pinky matte shade. Again, I don't think the camera's really doing it full justice. That shade Cha Cha Cha. And underneath, probably one of the most pigmented, like ocean blue shades I've ever seen. This was a dream to swatch. That is shade Pool Party. So I think you would agree, 12 really beautiful shades in this palette. Definitely a whole load of different looks you'd be able to do with this palette. I did initially say I was thinking of using this blue, but now I'm thinking maybe of using the purple, perhaps the dusky pink bikini, and maybe the dusky kind of pinky gold shimmer shade to go with it. So yeah, that's all of the shades swatched. First impressions have been outstanding. I say aside from maybe these, if you're not like a fan of glitters, they're a little bit grainy, but the rest of the shades, the mattes are so pigmented, it's absolutely insane. So yeah, stick around to see the look that I'm going to create. First things first, I'm going to get some eye base down, just using this Wet n Wild Photo Finish eye base. Been using this one a lot recently actually, and I usually just apply it just straight onto my eyelids and just spread it around. It's kind of like a translucent base. It's got a little bit of kind of beigeness to it, but it doesn't affect kind of the coloration of the eyeshadow shades when you use them. Eye base all done, and obviously I've already got the rest of my base makeup done if that wasn't obvious. So first shade I'm going to go in with is shade Bikini, which was that dusty rose pink shade. I'm just using a fluffy brush for this one. A little bit of kind of fallout in the palette you can see there, but quite a bit has gone onto the brush. This is going to go on the inner corner of my eye. I feel like it actually looks even pinker on my eye than it did in the actual swatch, but it's very pigmented. I haven't put loads onto the brush, to be honest, and it's getting really good colour payoff. It's definitely a really pretty shade. I'm interested to see how it's going to blend, especially with that really bright purple. I mean, they're kind of similar shades, but they're also quite different at the same time. But I'd say so far it's laid down really nicely. Definitely impressed so far. Well, I'm definitely pretty happy with that so far. Good colour payoff, very nicely pigmented and easy to apply. I'm going to go in next with Cha Cha Cha, which was that really vibrant, kind of like a fuchsia pink, I'd say. I don't know, it maybe looked more pink in the swatch, definitely looks more purple in the palette, so let's see how it most importantly is going to look on my eye. Just using the same brush, because I'm going to pop this on the outer corner and then get it blended in. Yeah, so I think on the eye it does look more pink as well. I don't know if it's just because it's next to this other pink shade or what it is, but I thought when I saw it in the palette it was going to be like a much deeper, richer purple, kind of like how the blue is like a really rich blue. But I do have to say it is applying as well really easily. It is nice and pigmented. Similar amount of fallout in the palette, which, you know, isn't necessarily ideal. It's quite a easy blend between the two, nice and seamless. Don't want to go too wild with this look, but I bet with these shades you could create some really like wild eyeshadow looks. But I just want this to still be like just a summery but wearable eyeshadow look. How gorgeous is that? It's like a purpley sunset. I'm really loving these two shades together, blended really easily. Again, like I said, fair bit of fallout in the palette, which is a little bit annoying. But next up, I am going to do my under eye. I'm just going to use the same two shades, but with this much smaller brush this time. Going back in with shade Bikini on the first half of my under eye, and then obviously back in with Cha 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 on the outer. And then I think shimmer wise, I am still going to go with Copper Cutie. I think it will complement these pinks really beautifully. So let's see how this is going to apply with this smaller brush and also with no eye base on the bottom part of my eye. Okay, so even with no eye base, how pigmented has that bikini shade come out? The colour payoff is just absolutely outstanding. Like, I am usually a big fan of a Colourpop palette, but I feel like this has had some of the best colour payoffs for matte shades that I've seen in quite a long time. But yeah, that's the first one. Now I'm going to go back in with Cha Cha Cha, just on the outer part, and then I'm going to bring it kind of back up onto my eyelid just so it's nice and blended. Again, getting a nice payoff from that, even with this little like precision brush. Like, you wouldn't even have to add a shimmer if you didn't want. You could just go with like an all matte look. These shades are really pretty. There is the matte shades all done. I think they're looking really summery and really pretty. I still feel like the camera's not really doing the shades justice. I think like maybe with the natural light and in a mirror they're looking much more like, I don't know, popping and wow. But yeah, hopefully you can appreciate how well I think that they are coming across. So I'm going to go in with shade Copper Cutie. That was that like pinky goldy shimmer. Just going to sweep that across my lid. No real kind of exact precision for that. You could like do a cut crease or something, but for me I'm just going to sweep it across and just kind of blend it as I go. Really does complement shade Bikini, and I do like, yeah, almost like the little bits of gold in it you only really see when you swatch it or apply it. You don't really see it in the actual shade in the pan, but I hope that you can see that nice dusty shimmer. Very pretty. get my other eye done. There is the shimmer down on both eyes. So the shimmer was Copper Cutie, and there is like the whole eyeshadow done. Obviously I need to do some mascara and everything, I know, but I was super impressed with how the shimmer applied. I think if you did a cut crease, obviously put down some more eye base or a concealer, it probably would pop a bit more, but I kind of wanted to go for this like more blended, it's like a purpley sunset type of look. So mascara wise, just using my old faithful Colourpop Act Natural mascara in black. I think as well, if you wanted to add like a pink or a purple eyeliner in your waterline, that probably would look great, but I don't have either of those colours and I just like how it looks without. But yeah, I definitely think something else that you could do to perhaps make the look pop even more. Mascara is all done, and lastly, just to finish off the look, I'm just going to use this She Glam Jelly Wow lip jelly. So that is my completed look using the Colourpop Cabana palette. It's a small palette, but it definitely does pack a punch. I'm really happy with how the look has turned out. There's a bit more of a close-up. If I remember, I will put some pictures up on Instagram so you can probably see, like with a bit better lighting, how it looks. But yeah, really loving this like purpley pinky ombre sunset. Definitely wasn't my initial thought when I looked at this palette. I really thought I was going to use that blue, which I obviously definitely will at some point, but yeah, just something about these pinks and purples that drew me to them. I think it's a really perfect look for summer in terms of how the shades performed. The mattes are just so pigmented, definitely a pro. The shimmers were buttery, aside from those two that like had those bits of glitter in, which were grainy, so I'd be interested to see how they feel on the eye. Probably with an eye base you wouldn't even notice, but yeah, maybe next time I'll try out a look with some of those other shades. So let me know if that's something you'd be interested in seeing, another look with some more of the shades from the palette. Other pros, it is quite small, lightweight, so would be easy to pop in your bag if you wanted to like touch up your look in the day or take it away on a trip. Cons, I mean, it hasn't got a mirror, but I feel like Colourpop palettes are a bit hit or miss as to whether they're going to have a mirror in them or not. And also the fallout of some of these matte shades in the palette was more than I would like to have seen, but on the plus side, didn't like have the fallout on my face when I was actually applying the shades, which is way better because then it doesn't like ruin the rest of your makeup if you've done that and set it all in place. So definitely let me know what you thought of the look, if any of these shades really stood out to you. Yeah, let me know. I also did really love this blue matte shade Pool Party, so perhaps again next time that's one that I will reach for. Yeah, let me know if you've tried out this palette, if you have, what your thoughts are, if you would have created anything different with this palette. Definitely let me know. But for me, it's been a big hit and I can't wait to do another look with it. So as always, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please do give the video a big thumbs up, leave me a comment, and if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you again in my next video.